Given this decision by the Supreme Court, do you get the sense that they basically bent over backwards to accommodate the Vice President? At least yung impression.
Well, it's even more than that, no? Because that would be delving on the merits. Eh. Ako, sa tingin ko, there was judicial overreach in this case. Yung bang wala sila sa poder eh. So regardless of who is, whether it's a vice president or anybody else who's iba kasi yung issue ng jurisdiction, yung poder, dun sa merits of the case.
Okay. Binabanggit niyo yung existing jurisprudence, yung decisions sa Supreme Court regarding impeachment cases. At sinabi niyo nga, obvious naman sa marami ito, mukhang binago. Actually, binago at dinagdagan pa yung requirements. No? Okay, is there anything unique about this particular petition that would warrant such a departure from jurisprudence?
I don't think so. Personally, they should even be more cautious. Kasi nga, maaari mong palitan yung jurisprudence kung run of the mill. Nagkamali kita gayon. Hindi ba? Ito, tama yung sabi mo sa umpisa eh. It has serious, not only legal, but political and even moral moral implications. Pati yung mga basic principles sa Constitution natin na accountability of public officials. So, I don't think there was enough reason for them to veer away from settled jurisprudence.
Yung nga po, gusto ko rin, buti binuksan niyo yung conversation. Gusto kong dalhin yun sa issue rin ng holding public officials accountable, which is a very, very important mechanism under our Constitution. Ano yung magiging epekto dito sa ganitong pagpapanagot sa mga public officials nitong decision na ito ng Supreme Court?
One, at the very least, it will delay, no? Pangalawa, which is not non-legal but practical or social political reality, mawawalan ng momentum. That is not to say na may hirapan na sila mag-file. Pwede naman, 6 months down the road na lang yan eh. And then the third one, which is to us more worrisome, is it sets a very dangerous and improper precedent. Kasi binago na nila eh. Yung balance of power ngayon, loaded in favor of the Supreme Court. If there's no criticism, tatanggapin na lang yan kasi the Supreme Court is supreme, maari naman yan. You know, that's the easiest way out. No? Para manamihimik na lang tayo lahat, tumahimik lang. But I think that might not be helpful. Maganda rin yung, we're not saying we're correct, we're just pointing out these things na para mas ma-examine and hopefully sa mga susunod desisyon, alam ng Supreme Court that there's a pushback on this. You know, we're not questioning their wisdom, we're not questioning their power, sila naman yung batas, final arbiter. But it is healthy, I think, that we discuss this, yung mga ganitong aspeto, para there is closer scrutiny ng decision na ito. As a matter of fact, kasi I don't know if you already got a copy of the official decision.
Meron po. Nabasa ko po. Okay. And napakaraming requirements basically, no? Actually, this might sound ridiculous, pero pwedeng ibalik sa kanila yung gusto nilang dapat ginawa ng Kongreso, hindi po ba? Kasi parang pinagdudahan kung talaga nabasa ninyo, talaga ba naintindihan ninyo, paano ko ibalik sa kanila yan? Ito po bang ponente ni Justice Leonen, binasa ba ito ng lahat ng lumagda? At talaga ba naintindihan nila? At ano ba yung proof? Di ba ang proof doon, yung kanilang paglagda doon sa decision itself? Which can also be said of the congressmen, even if we don't like them, that's how the process works.
Correct. No, and you know that's what we hope to avoid sana now or in the future, di ba? Na the clearer your decision is, the more studied it is, the more timely it is. Then wala sanang ganitong mga puna eh. So yung dapat mas mag-ingat siya. Pangalawa, I see a point of view there na kung ibalik nila si Ensoyo, which is, I'm not saying they should do it, it's possible eh. Kung talagang maninindigan ang Senado at tingin nila mali ito eh. So maaari nilang sabihin may sarili kaming poder eh. You're out of bounds. Pag ginawa nila yun, talagang magkakahiyaan na yan, di ba? Kasi maaring ang Supreme Court mag-issue ng contempt order, but they know that's a futile thing. Kasi kung merong numbers yung mga senador o mga political will, edi maninindigan sila. Lalong-lalo na ang mga senador, ang Senate President and many others, sabi nila, we have a clear duty, we only answer to the Filipino people, which is theoretically correct, di ba? So, pwedeng ganun na to show the pushback or to show the na paninindigan namin ang aming responsibilidad at poder, edi sasabihin niya, sandali, impeachment court na kami. Kami na magdesisyon diyan. So, pwedeng gawin yan na ituloy pa rin nila at pwede rin nila para walang gulo. Sige, pero kami magsasabi na walang jurisdiction, hindi ikaw. You know, pwede rin, that's one option kasi na pakita lang namin sa iyo, we agree with you, but sandali lang, hindi ikaw ang final arbiter, kami. So, it can also be used by the senators who favor, na walang jurisdiction as an additional argument. So, maaring yung iba na naghihintay, maaari makumbinsi, sige na lang para walang gulo. Pwede rin yung iba na hindi, tama ang Supreme Court, pwede rin yan O kaya yung iba naman, hindi, manindigan tayo na hindi dapat kailanman gawin natin. So again, for practical purposes, nasa boto din nila yan
So technically, the senators sitting as an impeachment court, pwede po nilang ignore itong decision ng Supreme Court.
When we talk of possibilities, yeah, there are many possibilities. One, they can ignore. Secondly, they can just say, we disagree with you, but because you're the Supreme Court and you're have the final say on everything, susunod kami sa iyo. Or they can say, we agree among ourselves na talaga wala kaming jurisdiction, di kami magde-decide, hindi ikaw. That would be the least offensive among all of these things. Na, in a sense, i-preserve pa rin ng Senado ang balance of power, separation of powers. They protect their integrity, but at the same time, iwasan yung constitutional crisis. Maaring ganun ang gagawin nila, hindi natin alam.
Actually, I agree with the last point that you mentioned po, Attorney Cayosa, no? Kasi pag binasa naman natin yung mga action at inaction ng ating mga magagaling na mga senador, basically, they've been waiting for this decision para hindi na sila yung gagawa ng ganung mahirap na desisyon na i-dismiss yung impeachment case, which is basically not under the Constitution as part of their responsibilities. Diba? I mean, pinaparangka ko na po yung conversation natin dahil parang naglolokohan pa tayo dito. Ito yung iniintay ng mga senador. Ang Supreme Court ang mag-decide for them. Pero syempre, pagpasok ng kanilang session, medyo magpapapogi mga yan, diba? May mga maninindigan. Hindi! Dapat tayo mag-decide nito. Pero ito siguro, pupusta po ako. No? Ang dulo niyan, itutuloy ng impeachment trial, pero sila yung mag-decide na tapusin yan.
Mukhang mukhang well, we're not saying it's happening, but that's a plausible thing kasi magagaling naman itong mga politiko. Pwede ring ang Malacanang, sabi nila, we have to respect the rule of law, pero babasahin muna namin ang decision. Mga ganun ba na optics? Yeah. So for the politicians, parang maganda, pero ang kawawa dito yung Supreme Court, di ba? But well, ganun talaga yan. If it is not popular, if it is questioned by many other legal experts, including former jurists, that they could have done better, pasensya sila, pumayag sila sa ganyan Di ba? Yung bang they chose to be activists. But when you come up with reversing decisions, on an activist stance, be prepared for very close scrutiny.